Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Baidu mwasio. You know, I wouldn't want to engage in an argument with the governor. But that Monene talk is political. Bishop Kemeu, I really admire the way you've conducted this whole very important ceremony. Allow me to say pole to Mama Tabitha na watoto, who include the only begotten son. Where is she? And to tell you, this is what I can tell you. Because you have heard from Jonathan Zola, the younger brother to your husband, tell us very graphically, or was it him, or was it to the other one who used to be beaten by the mother, how they would sleep. They would share a gunia, a sack, and call that a blanket. See how the Lord has been kind to you. It is the same God who is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Psalms 35, 27, I beg your pardon. 27, I think 35. That is what I want to give to you. I have been young and I've been old. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, or their children begging bread. These children are blessed because of their father, and not just them, and their descendants. In fact, King James Version talks about their descendants. So even, was it Lulu? What's the name of the young guy? The little boy? Luke. Luke. Even Luke and his descendants never begged bread because their father lived righteously. And that is why we are here. I celebrate Mzee Bishop Mutua. And in fact, what my heart is telling me is I'll come and greet you now, if you allow me. But after that, I want to look for a day for these leaders to come and celebrate you. Because you shepherded so many. Umesaidia, Reverend Zola now lying before us, and many others. And so you led. And not just Kenya, now we know you are true East African. Mama natoka Uganda. You have seen even the great Kabaka kingdom in Uganda. And you're in that category. I remember late brother, Bishop Moyo, who followed your example. And so, leo hii, I had met our brother Bishop Lai. I need to celebrate him. He has come out strong as a fearless man of God. This is a time for the church. Let's not leave it to our brother Rigiji to be called the truthful man. The church should stand for the truth. Stand for the truth. And was it Paul who said, preach the gospel out of season and within season. Come rain or shower. Because you are the salt of this earth, our country. Bishop Lai, I celebrate you wherever you are. And the JCC, Bishop Kababu and your teams. The United Clergy, standing strong. Bishop Zomo and others. So, I sometimes think this community, Wakamba, my brother Rigiji, are from the Levites. These are the Levites. A lot of them. These are the Levites in my view. Yeah. They were there always doing that work. But be that as it may, as we say goodbye to Reverend Zola, I'm able to draw a parallel, and forgive me for it. Now I know that righteous, true men of God actually cheat death. Don't say bishops are cheats. They actually cheat the devil, but are always faithful to God. Because Bishop had a stroke a year ago, or is it 15 months ago? And he didn't go. Like one of the children said, just like the example of Ezekiel was given 15 extra years, Bishop was given 15 extra months. What a parallel. So, and does it occur to any of you that he passed on Fool's Day? He cheated Satan. He just went to rest. On Fool's Day, cheated the devil and went to rest. Unless people have not given us a correct date. On 1st of April. On Fool's Day. So Satan stands defeated and cheated by the righteous man of God. There's a parallel between men who die in their line of duty, like Reverend Zola, and generals. Men in our defense forces don't believe generals die. They fade away. They just fade. But has it occurred to you that today, again, a parallel? On this day, our chief of defense forces faded. Or did he die? The late General Ogola. His story is all over in the print media today. Allow me to repeat, I never like to talk much about my own experience, but I pray. I prostrate before the Lord. And I know that General Ogola was taken out. Are we then going to develop, Bishop Kimeu, how does a nation grow? You have had various versions. Various versions. When people live peaceably, remember, I think the book of Ephesians, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. When Kenyans will learn to live peaceably, and the East African region, and the African region, say no to political killings, say no to planned accidents. So say no, because by the way, when it happens, and you're in the spirit, you know this is not a normal accident. Therefore, when nations will tolerate dissent under our own constitution, which Mzee Kibaki bequeathed to this land, and we are honored to have worked with him, Constitution 2010, apart from our Bible, while you are here, if we are guided by the principles and values under Constitution 2010, then there will never be political killings, there will be political tolerance, and people, men and women, will bring out the best in them, Bishop Kimeu, without fear. You cannot have a nation develop out of fear, out of chaos. That is my prescription. And I know that this land will grow. I'm very optimistic that because of the contribution of the church and men who have rested in their line of duty, like Bishop Zola. I know the younger brother Jonathan, because he invited us with the clergy in Embakasi. He's a chairman of all the clergy in Embakasi. I think both Embakasi North, the South, the Central. And we had wonderful time. But now I can see you don't have to do anything to revenge the death of, the punishment of your elder brother. God did it in his own way. And in his own way, God is going to lift our land. when we stop intimidating each other just because we are not in the same line politically, perhaps even economically. Stop intimidation. Allow me to say this, Bishop Kimeu, and it is not political, it is real. The next friend I'm going to call here has received intimidation. Being impeached does not mean you can't go to church. Being impeached cannot say that we will never go and be prayed for. So what happened in Mwiki, in a PCA church, a week or so ago, the idea, in fact, they could have committed murder inside the church. And I'm happy you have written out this message. You have to call everybody to order. When we call the nation to order, that is not politics. That is deep national philosophy of having to hold together no matter the circumstances. And that will be the proper thing. Men and women like Bishop Mutua will have bequeathed us. This bishop here lying here in Zola, who has been brought up, that is the country we want to see. Kumba itu muikezi wena wia. Heti bindea wia. Eni bindea au. Kumba. Gee. We have not even announced anything. Nothing. We haven't announced. So men should be ready, because the arrangement, even in terms of Bomas, which my brother Eugene referred to, the very important document, which I hope will guide those who are interested in it, the relationship between county governments and CDF, should not provide any argument. We gave an answer, and it is before William Ruto and Raila Odinga, because they were the appointing authorities. Kwa hivyo, najiunga kabisa na ile amezungumza pale Eugene, that there should be no confusion. And we're also saying, let there be no intimidation. Rigathi Gachagua is a citizen of the country, a very respected and well-regarded. He has served his term. He has his rights under the Constitution to be heard. And if he has got his appeal documents ongoing, to be heard as in accordance with the Constitution. Therefore, he will visit. In fact, I don't want to announce a demonstration kwa funeral ya Reverend. Lakini wakiendelea na hiyo tabia, Gachagua akionekana police sponsored goons, chapa yeye asionekane. What other crime has he committed other than that he was impeached rightly or wrongly? And that is what is before the courts. Kwa hayo mengi, Mungu alaze roho ya